Yeah, it's time to talk some hockey. I've been hyping this up all show long. Look, usually it's football Fridays at the SportsGrid Network. Today, it is a hockey Friday on the SportsGrid Network. Donnie Rightside, Jo Raineri. We welcome in Jo Madden because we got some big doings on the ice tonight. And if I heard correctly, Jo, you'll be in the building tonight. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm going to be in the building. Super excited. Right after we get off air here, I'm going to hit the road, 3-hour drive up to Edmonton. So it's a nice, fast one, and I can hardly wait to see the puck drop tonight.
Jo Madden's in the building. The Stanley Cup will be in the building. The question, will it be awarded in the building tonight? Let's take a look at how we got here, because this series looked like, Joe, it was going to be a quick one here and maybe a sweep by the Florida Panthers. But here come the Edmonton Oilers, led by their superstars across the board here. Goals are finally coming in. McDavid playing like he is Wayne Gretzky. So if we look at the series itself, are we surprised that we're actually playing, Joe, in a game number 6 tonight?
I am shocked. I really did think this would finish up in 5 with the Florida Panthers closing it out in their building. Now coming back here for a game, a 6. I'm blown away at what the Edmonton Oilers have been able to do. We look back in history, and this is a feat that only 3 other teams before them have been able to do, pushing it to a game 6 after being down 3-0. So I tip my hat to the Edmonton Oilers for able to push it to game 6, and I think because they've been able to go this deep, go this far, because Connor McDavid is playing electric right now, we could see a game 7, you guys.
My goodness. Certainly it seems the markets have this game as a coin flip. So does an over help Edmonton? Does the under help Florida? Like, how do you approach this game here tonight?
I think when you're looking at the elimination game here, Joe, I don't like taking this one to the under because so many things can happen. We saw the Florida Panthers pull Bobrovsky early in that last game, trying to get some momentum going, trying to get that goal. And I do think in this situation, again, we're going to see these coaches make calls that we wouldn't normally see during the regular season. Pulling a goalie with a couple minutes left in the second period when you're trying to score on the net and you're down a couple goals won't be uncommon in this game, I don't think. So I do think you look at the over in this one. I think there is an advantage for the Edmonton Oilers for it to go over that total. But again, if Edmonton's down, they're going to pull Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner has always been the weakest link here for me, for the Edmonton Oilers as well. So I do think the Florida Panthers, they have to find a way to hit him. He's been playing phenomenally well. And Edmonton's found a way to go high on Bobrovsky, something they couldn't do in those first 3 games. They were only able to hit him through that 5-hole. But now that they're able to go high, they're not hitting that crossbar. It's going to be a game, I do believe, where these two teams trade back goals, maybe after that first period, though.
Joe, superstars playing their best hockey in the biggest moments, always fun to watch. Connor McDavid certainly is having a great finals and also a truly historic playoff run. He's got 11 total points, 3 goals, and 8 assists. He's been the catalyst over the past couple games with those victories for the Edmonton Oilers. So before we even look at what he's going to do tonight, the expectations for Connor McDavid heading into game number 6, what do we think is going to happen tonight with Connor?
I think Connor McDavid's going to do what he's done in these last couple of games. That he's going to come out and he's going to produce those points for us out there on the ice. I can see that anytime goal. I can see those assists coming. Now, pre-series coming into this, I did take Connor McDavid for 15-plus points in this series. Like you said, he had 11. That's coming in at plus 870 pre-series. There's no value in it anymore because he's so close to hitting it. But I also looked at him to reach Wayne Gretzky's record. Now, this was an absolute long shot, but at this point, it really isn't. He has 8 goals and 34 assists in the postseason. He only needs 5 more points here to tie Wayne Gretzky's 47-point record in the postseason. That right now, you can still jump on it. It was plus 1,400 preseason. It is, or pre-series, it is plus 400 right now. Still so much value. If you think Edmonton's going to win tonight and Connor McDavid's going to be impactful, he's so close to this number. Then we push it to game 7 and we're only going to need 2 more, maybe 2 more points out of him. I expect him to get at least 3 points in tonight's game, win or lose here for the Edmonton Oilers. So I think there's value. If you think he can get 48 points, that's still up plus 700. He breaks Wayne Gretzky's record. So much better at looking at this than looking at him for the Conn Smythe, because you guys know how those numbers have just blown out where they originally were.
So what do we think, Joe? We made a whole lot of money in the last series with the Rangers and the Panthers on betting the 60-minute tie. We haven't had one yet in this series. This feels like we might get a little extra hockey tonight at plus money. Is it worth a shot?
It is absolutely worth a shot. I can't believe we haven't seen those games go to overtime. Last game had every opportunity of going to overtime. It looked like we were going to get the Florida Panthers tying things up until that incredible play down the ice. So, of course, we saw Connor McDavid get that breakaway and end up scoring off of a save by Tkachuk. But you look here at plus 330 for the overtime bet. I think it's a great way to take this game. This is going to be an absolute battle out there on the ice. Both of these teams wanting to close things out tonight. Edmonton looking to extend and Florida looking to hoist that cup. So it's going to be an electric atmosphere. I could see overtime in this one. I'm hoping so. Can we get double overtime? I took one of these games in the series to go to overtime, double overtime. It'd be a beautiful thing to see tonight.
It's Friday night. DRS can stay up a little bit later since it's a Friday night, not a school night in this. So double, triple, quadruple overtime, bring it on. But let's take a look at those Conn Smythe Trophy odds. The reason why it's so interesting is typically the heavy favorite right now would be a player on a team that's expected to win the Stanley Cup. The Florida Panthers still the favorite to do that. But Connor McDavid, he's the heavy favorite at a minus 330 price. And something that we don't see a lot, a skater on the opposing team that lost wins that trophy. Barkov is there. Bobrovsky's there. Tkachuk is there. Is it still Connor McDavid? Win or lose, it's his trophy.
You know what? We've only seen it happen once, Donnie, in history where the player on the losing team was able to win the Conn Smythe. But I do think the writing's all over the wall here with Connor McDavid, especially with how strong he's playing. You look at him looking to break Wayne Gretzky's record. You said it about Wayne Gretzky. He is the GOAT of hockey. And if Connor McDavid gets even a couple points closer to that record, I do think it is Connor McDavid here for the Conn Smythe. I can't see anyone else winning it at this point, but at this point, there's no value on Connor McDavid, and that's why if you think he can take the Conn Smythe, I would be looking at him to also tie Wayne Gretzky's records there. But if you think Florida is going to come out, they're going to be able to get the win, you would need a huge night out of Barkov tonight to be able to do so. You'd need about a 4-point game out of him for him to have any opportunity to take the Conn Smythe in this one. He would absolutely have to outplay Connor McDavid out there on the ice. Now, he's the second favorite for the Conn Smythe right now at plus 650. And, you could see a storyline like that play out. Do I think it is? Probably not. So if you haven't jumped in earlier, even after game 4, Connor McDavid was plus 700 to take the Conn Smythe. And we were bouncing around conversations on could he win and them still lose. And now we're seeing that minus 440, minus 330. On some books, it's crazy what we've seen the odds move to.
Well, you mentioned him earlier. I would imagine you have to play Tkachuk anytime goal plus money. I would imagine McDavid anytime goal, which is still what? Plus 135? Some good numbers up there, Joe.
Oh, absolutely. Connor McDavid and Matthew Tkachuk, these two are going to battle it out tonight. I'd also look at Sam Reinhart. Sam Reinhart's been a little quieter in these last couple games than I expected, and we know how phenomenally strong he is on that power play. Now, I don't think we're going to see a lot of penalties out there tonight, but Sam Reinhart has been a difference maker on or off that power play. So I do think looking at him, but another long shot, I love the value on Sam Bennett coming out here for the Florida Panthers. You know how strong he has been playing out there on the ice at plus 270. That's where my long shot bet would be Sam Bennett. The other side, Corey Perry again, maybe just for the point though.
Our NHL expert here at the SportsGrid Network, Jo Madden, in the building tonight. The question is going to be, is Joe Raineri going to be in the building for game number 7 on Monday? We'll find out tonight, Joe. Thanks for all the expertise. Let's see if we can cash in some of these tickets.